NFL 23 on EA Sports, and we've got a couple teams searching for their first Super Bowl. It's the Los Angeles Chargers and the Arizona Cardinals, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Arizona Cardinals. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And we are underway here on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And a look here now at their fourth-year quarterback.
And you'd think as a young QB there'd be some nerves leading an offense out to start a game, but haven't seen any sign of them right now. And speaking with him earlier this week, sensed that the pressure wouldn't get to him. He feels comfortable being the face of this offense and shouldering the expectations on game day, even if he doesn't quite have the years of experience other quarterbacks do.
First and 10, and they've got three tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. And here's a six-year man, Austin Eckler. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Now back to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw here. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down at the 25-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 45 yards.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone. And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And it's caught. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal. Eckler. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed.
Eckler again.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers.
Austin Eckler. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Chargers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line. Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And leading them out, their signal caller now in his 4th season in the NFL.
This is what this man was born for, the big spotlight on the national stage like this. Really, his entire career, he's demonstrated incredible poise, no matter what type of situation his team was in. No situation is too big for him, and you can tell in the way that he takes the field. His self-belief is evident, and he gets the job done in his mind each and every time.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. To Connor on the check down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now. 5 yards remain on 2nd down.
They'll drop to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And it's 3rd and 5. They'll run for the first time with James Conner. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did, that time for a loss.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
I'll give them credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stop the run, and then executed.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Once more, here's Eckler. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And there was absolutely 0 pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a 1st down pickup.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll set up to throw. And that one complete downfield to Allen. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 34 yards. And the Chargers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was Keenan Allen who finished it all off with the touchdown reception. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
2nd and 3. Finding Green complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Back to throw again. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The catch and run good for 24 yards.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Connor. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll look to throw. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Connor. will get down close to the goal line, but not in, and as he'll be marked down at the 1. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
This offense has a lot of weapons, but you know they like to look Connor's way down here near the end zone. He's got that rugged running style, and that's a nice job there to hold him to a short pickup.
Second and goal from the 1. A carry here for the big tight end. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Max Williams crushing it in for the yard line. And the Cardinals are back within a score.
As they began this last drive, things weren't exactly looking up for this offense. But after what they just did, putting the ball in the end zone, that took them away from the brink of possibly being knocked out of this game.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. That time a 9-play drive. And it ends with a long touchdown run. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This taken in at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Back to throw. His throw incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now he'll escape to his right. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He finds his target, Allen. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. Looking to throw. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, CD, that's his second touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now 21-7. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. On the move past the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll make it 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. It's complete to Hopkins. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A gain there of 21 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This one swung out to Williams. And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's make something happen. Come on.
They'll look to throw again. Open man Green. He's got it. Touchdown Arizona. A.J. Green from 13 yards out. And the Cardinals get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Prater on to add the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 12-14 ball game now. The top 75-yard drive from the Bills. And a touchdown for Arizona. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Here comes Nasir Adderley from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Getting set to go again here on offense, Keenan Allen marches back onto the field, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And some room to maneuver. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. He's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. Hopkins' kick is good, and the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Now the Cardinals going to get the football one final time here in this first half. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead, finish up the half, and get on out and talk about it.
19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand-new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, let's run through the next-gen stats for the Chargers in that first half. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they, too, were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Taken at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. The Cardinals ready to go here to start the 3rd quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Ertz has it left side. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Going deep for Hopkins. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there,
even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Finding Ertz again. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. 2nd and 1. On the slant. Now a loose football. The ball comes out and picked up by the Chargers. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. So it's kind of more of the same offensively. This was a team needing to come out of this third quarter with a little fire. Instead, they put the ball on the ground.
And you know that has to be the discussion at halftime because they're down 2 scores. We got to come out with a little bit more urgency than we had in the first half. Now that urgency falls on their defense because they can't fall down 3 scores and hope to come back and win this game.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run a wide receiver in between. You can make him a primary target, and it's a hell short of defense.
7 yards there and a first down. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. He'll get this down to the 38. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. He'll drop to throw. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Running on first down, Eckler. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Second and 9. They'll look to throw here. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll set up to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, after that last sequence, they're sitting pretty comfortably. They force the fumble, get the field goal, and expand on that lead here in the second half.
And don't expect them to rest on their laurels after that kick either. They'll keep their effort up until the final whistle. They don't consider any lead safe.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll roll him out right. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards the pickup. Good enough for an Arizona first. Okay, take us to school here, Charles. On a play like that, pretty successful RPO. What's the quarterback looking at?
Basics. He's looking at the defensive end or the outside linebacker. If that player crashes down to take the running back, quarterback pulls it, runs to the outside end. Some teams, though, will read different players depending on defenses, but basically it's that outside player.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 15. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers getting set to go. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
This pass finds its way to Williams. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 30-yard line.
Up the middle with Eckler. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the fourth quarter. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Second down and inches. This caught left side by the tight end Parham. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on first and 10. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. He'll look to throw. Got to make. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. On the move past the 40. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. A fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Now Prater to add the PAT. And the lead will shrink to 6. The scoop and score always an exciting play in football. He missed it there. Grabbing it up the line. And into the end zone for 6. The kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. On the return, it's Adderley from his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. And now it's down to a one-score game.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Looking to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackled it for just a short gain.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people don't question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. Now this series could very well determine our outcome. They'll look to throw here on first down. He finds Hopkins complete. Oh, able to avoid him. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. He'll look to throw. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins from 3 yards out. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from going back on top here in the 4th. That's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Very important extra point there. And taking the lead here in this fourth quarter. Touchdown out is Prater to kick. Adderley, he's going to hold on to this one. A touchback, and the drive will begin at the 25. So the Chargers now down 28-27. And time, a huge factor. And they need about 35 yards to get in range for a winner as they come up on first down. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. He's going to let it fly. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Back to throw. And that one complete downfield to Allen. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. The offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You've got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Eckler now between the tackles. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down. The clock still runs. We're at 90 seconds now. They'll look to throw. This is swung out to Eckler. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Holding offense.
Rashawn Slater, 1st-round pick in 2021, guilty there. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. A handoff, it's Eckler. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And if you're thinking field goal from here, it's 48 yards. I think they'd like to get him a little help now on 3rd down and move it closer. He's back to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he does not get to the 1st down marker as they stop him at the 19. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. Hopkins' kick is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields it right around the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now it's the Cardinals' turn. Trailing by 2 after the made field goal. A little over a minute to go. Needing at least 40 yards, you'd have to think, to have a shot.
One play at a time, baby. Let's be smart. Let's play ball. They can't stop. Ready, get.
Back to throw. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Cardinals got to go quickly. Hustling to the line. He'll look to throw. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
All right, you're still at least 30 yards from realistic field goal range. You want to get the ball to the 38, but preferably the 35 or less to give your guy his best shot at putting it through the post.
He's got Connor. And this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now third down as the clock runs. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. The Chargers trot out their dime package, expecting a throw on 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.